First of the 2022 year trading session, and AMC stock trades as usually. And then by usual, what do I mean? Everything is reaching new all-time high. S&P 500, the Dow Jones, in the Nasdaq gaining 1.2%, but AMC is actually closing 2.5% on the red. What does it tell you? That we are not out of the woods yet, and they are still trying to give an impression to the market and to people that this thing is done, but it's just the beginning, folks. Because when you actually look at things like this, the big trend that could lift AMC Entertainment in 2022, a return to normal at the movie theaters should help boost AMC stock, because we've seen with Spider-Man, box office numbers now, by the way, getting another breaking record weekend. It's now one of the all-time top 10 movie theaters out there. All right. So it proves again that, hey, people are still willing to go back to movie theaters. But here is what is even more interesting and even more juicy when it comes to this news on the trend carrying 2022 with AMC, is that despite the COVID-19 surge, with Omicron and this thing, which is either the flu or either COVID, we don't even know what it is, but it doesn't refrain people from going back to movie theaters. All right. But the cherry on the top, the cherry on the cake is that some of these blockbusters movies, the Hollywood studios are really now either some of them they are saying we are releasing only on streaming, but others are also going the other way and saying we are only releasing our movies in theaters. And because of that, it means if you want to see those movies, especially the blockbusters movies, you actually need to get out of your home and get into a movie theater and buy some tickets. But you will not only buy tickets, you will also buy some other things, making money, more money in the pockets of AMC and you and I as AMC investors. Yes, folks. All right. So it now gives, a balance. It's not like 2020 anymore, 2021, where some of the movies were only released on streaming, being kind of a deficiency for AMC and the other movie theaters companies like Cinemark. Now you also have people who choose, and there is something very interesting statistic here from experts covering the movie industry. Consumers who didn't like going to the movies even before the pandemic could enjoy new releases at home, and those who like going to the movies could still enjoy it in-theater experience. But in reality, the most frequent, this is the analyst stated that the most frequent consumers of streaming also tend to be the most frequent movie goers. It really comes down to the fact that whoever is watching the content wants to see it wherever it's available. All right. So if it's streaming online, then boom. If it's streaming physically in theater, then they have no choice. All right. So what does it say? What does it mean for the outlook of the company, especially in 2022? Well, simply bullish. There is no term, people. There is no term for this, because they bet on this company dying. But now more and more analysts are coming to our theory that, hey, this company was never ever to die at first place to begin with. It was only, kind of precipitated by this whole short selling strategies that went overboard with some of these hedge funds companies. All right. So AMC is on track despite COVID-19 still being around, with some of the variants not as dangerous as the one that started the disease initially, but also as we are fading away a little bit from that, pandemic in 2022. I mean, people are really going to start living to something that was close to what they had before this whole thing started in 2020. So that's very good news for the company. And if they stick to the new resolution of the CEO to reduce debt, as I mentioned in my earlier video, I mean, people, this is just the ice on the cake. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you there.